Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I have something pretty great for your world, a villager trading hall that is very adaptable to whatever you want. There's a whole list of pros for this, and there's a whole lot of ways that you can modify this build. But just to give you a couple great things about this, it works on any platform of Minecraft: console, PC, Java, Bedrock Edition, Pocket Edition, probably even Raspberry Pi, and that is because it works, or it's functioning off of some very simple rail mechanics that are the same across platforms, so that is very nice. It is also infinitely expandable and can go across corners, up, down, left, right, wherever you want it to go. And it's also, easy to build, resource light, and just simple overall. So like I said, there's a lot of ways that you can modify this thing on corners, a resource lighter version, so less redstone and whatnot. And then you can also modify it to have your villagers be right next to each other instead of one block apart, which is pretty great. Alright, so let's take a look at how this trading hall actually works. But before we get to that, if you guys could please leave a like on the video, that'd be very, very much appreciated, as it really does help out the channel and the video quite a bit, and I would honestly just really appreciate it. So, the base mechanic that we're relying on here is that when corner rails in a situation like this receive power, they change direction, which is really, really nice. This has always been in the game, it'll always be here, so we can rely on that properly. So yeah, that's basically the entire mechanic that we're relying on here. And whenever we put a villager into the system, you can see that they go to the first one first. That guy lands on a detector rail, which powers that torch tower, which then changes the direction of this rail. And then the next villager to come in will go to the next stall. And then any villagers that come in will not go to a stall that is occupied. And that is extremely, extremely reliable. So you can make this going around corners as well. It is super easy. Not going to do a demonstration for it, as it's basically the same thing, just in two different orientations. There's even a cheaper design for this where you save 2 redstone torches per segment. That is not very much, but maybe it counts to you. The main reason why I don't really prefer this one is because you can see the rails. But yeah, let's toss a villager in here. And you're going the wrong way, dude. So toss a villager in here, and you can see that when a villager's in there, there's not really too much rail showing, but I mean, that might make a difference to you. Alright, so if you are not on Bedrock Edition or Pocket Edition, then there is a way to get the villagers to be directly next to each other, and that's just by copying the design upwards and then moving it to the side by one. And yeah, as you can see here, it does actually properly function, and all the villagers go where they should. It fills in all the stalls. But on Bedrock Edition, there's currently some bugs, and let's talk about this for a second. So the bugs are fairly major, and this needs to be voted on. There's a link down below to the bug report. Please vote on it. It's been in the game for a very long time, and the only way we're ever going to improve this version to a playable state is by, voting on the bugs. But as you can see here, villagers and minecarts will activate a detector rail that is next to them. You can see that here. It's very random. It flickers, and that basically destroys every design like this, what you would normally see for a trading hall, that there is. Yeah, very, very broken this way. I made a kind of fix for it by, staggering the detector rails, but that does not work because villagers can drive their own minecarts in this version. So they'll go upwards, and then that breaks the system. But yeah, don't build that if you're on Bedrock. Build this. This is like your only option. If you're on Java, then you can try and build that stuff, and it should be fine. But that stuff's more resource heavy. It requires more redstone, water streams. Not really worth it. I would say this one's probably better. Lots and lots of words and details, but people usually appreciate that because then they know how the thing that they're building actually does function, and that is very, very useful, so that you guys can modify it to your needs. So let's do a quick tutorial on the basic design. This is going to be the layout for your farm. All these spots are where your villagers and minecarts are going to be sitting, and this is going to be the front of your farm right here. We're just going to build up 2 segments real quick. So place a detector rail going into that block there with a redstone torch on the side of that block. Pillar up by 3 right there, an extra 3 right there. Redstone torches on those blocks, redstone torch right there, and a block on the sides of those to make a nice cross shape. You then want a power rail in each of those locations, a normal rail in the center, and let's do this on that one. Let's do that on this one as well. Words are hard. So extra 3 blocks there, 3 extra blocks there as well. Torch, 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 extra blocks, and then power rail, normal rail, and then we're going to straighten that one out. And yeah, that's all good. So now you want 3 extra blocks right here for your levers. put all those down and flick them on, and then that is actually pretty much it. You then want to pillar up by 3 blocks on each of these and remove that block right there so that your minecarts get properly aligned and fall down there. Alrighty, so now it's time to take a look at where your villagers actually come in from. You want them to come in from this direction right here, where when they run in the default off state, this rail is pointing into the rail that goes down into your cell. If your villagers are coming in from this direction here, they're just going to skip right over this and keep moving forward, and your sorter is not going to work. So if you need to wrap them around, then do so. Whatever works, just make sure that they're coming in from this direction here. Alrighty, so for the front here, for like decoration stuff, you can place your detail blocks in there and in these corners and stuff just to hide whatever you might have behind it. And then you also want to fill in these blocks here so that zombies can't reach through this corner and kill your villagers, because that will happen. You can then also put signs on the front here if you like, or above or right there. Wherever you like your signs to be, you can place them there to tell you what your villagers got. So you're also going to want to place a trapdoor on the ceiling or on the floor right here, and that'll keep baby zombies out of your farm. Also put a light source in there, or maybe have the block that the detector rail is on be a jack-o'-lantern. That way nothing spawns in there, because mobs can spawn on rail in Bedrock Edition. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the cheaper design and also wrapping these around corners. So you guys know the deal. Your villagers are sitting there. This is the front of your trading hall. You then want your detector rails going into that block and a redstone torch right there. Then place 3 blocks right there, another redstone torch right there, and then you want a T shape on the top here, and actually just fill it all in. And then you want 3 powered rails, a normal rail, and then levers right there to power all of your powered rails. So then do that on this side as well. We're just going to do this once more so you guys see how it's done, and then fill in these blocks here like so, and then there, and there, and then there, and then levers, and then you can just wrap this around the corner using 3 normal rails. Super duper easy. You then need to do your blocks in the front here so that your minecarts get lined up, and that is as easy as that, guys. Super duper reliable little design, and yeah, this one is as simple as this one is for wrapping around corners as well. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do feel free to leave them down in the comment section, and I will try and help you out as best as I possibly can. Anyway, that's going to do it for this short little tutorial. Hope you found it useful. Please do leave a like and maybe subscribe if you're new to the channel here, as that stuff really does help out the channel an absolute ton. Anyway, I'll see you down in the comments and in the next video. Thank you for watching, and then there was silence.